Well, this is the start of our trip in Wyoming at the Best of the West Huskemaw Shooting School, and we didn't get in till like 1 o'clock in the morning last night, so we're a little tired. We had a late flight, so here we are. We're about ready to go up and meet those guys and start the adventure. You ready to go up to start the big day of shooting up at the Huskemaw Best of the West Shooting School, girls?
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Been waiting a long time.
You already had your 10 cups of coffee.
Yes, we had our cowboy coffee. It was nothing but mud, super strong, no cream, no sugar.
No nothing.
Alright, let's go get some breakfast.
Let's do it.
Engagements.
Okay, say that again.
Okay, dope. Everyone hears the term dope. Doping to dope. Dope is not California people rolling pretty joints. That's not what dope is. Data on previous engagement. It's your learned response from what you've observed. Data on previous engagement.
Thank you for explaining that. I was a little confused.
Yeah. Short-term memory.
Doping the wind.
That's what he'll call you. If you can't remember all this, you're a dope.
It took me a second.
So show me what you girls got from the Best of the West people.
Best of the West, camo hat, so that the target doesn't see me.
Long range optics and bitchin' shirts.
That was pretty cool of them. Thank you, Huskemaw and Best of the West.
So I'm going to be walking around with the target on my back.
Hell yeah.
So we just got down the shooting range with Shelby. We're ready to take our first shot. Are you ready?
I am very ready. I'm excited. Let's do this.
Were you paying attention during the shooting course, the classroom?
I was trying.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it was time to go shoot. Well, let's go check it out.
Now, is it focused for your eye?
Yeah, it's okay.
If you need it to focus at all, this is your side parallax. You can move this around. Okay. So go ahead and just slowly squeeze on the trigger. You want it to surprise you every time.
Okay. That is a really light trigger.
Yep. Lean in a little bit. Pull back a little bit. Not much. Just like
When you're getting close and ready, just let us know, and Lat will give you a wind call, and then we'll start figuring out the hash marks.
Okay.
Range is 562. Is that about right?
That's it. I was hitting 559. Yeah.
560 range.
Okay.
Range is good. I think you can shoot it straight away. Just aim right in the middle of it.
Daryl is.
Is she dialed in?
Yeah.
Turret?
Just slowly squeeze. Let it surprise you.
Yes!
Right on.
That's awesome!
6 inches low.
Now, if you look through there, you should be able to see the splat.
Beautiful. You hit it 3 o'clock, about 3 inches from center. Good shot, Jim.
Wow.
Yay, Jim!
You can probably see it.
Well, for me, like, I've always been under the impression that there was a lot of, like, calculation and math and, you know, all these factors that go into long-range shooting. And it was really intimidating to me. Even in class, you know, it was just a lot of information. So I was really, really nervous. But, you know, the Huskemaw Optics, like, it makes it so simple. And it's not intimidating, and it's really fun. And I can't wait to go again.
It's not anything you really have to think about. It makes it so that it's just a part of you. It's like the gun's an extension of yourself, so you just sit there and breathe and you can do your own thing, and you don't have to, there's no thinking or anything else involved, so it makes it a lot easier and a lot more fun because it's less that you have to concentrate and do, and more fun and obviously awesome stuff you get to shoot. So
Right.
It's pretty neat. It makes life a lot easier and a lot more fun.
I'm so proud of you. Good
Yeah,
job.
Me too.
Explain how easy it is. So here's your turret, and this one, that was our data collection turret.
Okay.
And then we collected data, and then we laser etched you a custom RFBC, Rapid Field Ballistic Calculator, or BDC, bullet drop compensating turret. So I'm going to take this off and put it on right now at 200 yards.
Now, is this indexed so that when you put it on, it just can't go on willy-nilly anywhere?
Yeah, it's a spline shaft.
Okay.
Yep, it's unique to Huskemaw, that spline shaft there. So if you miss, see, you're off.
Okay.
You can manipulate it and run it without even having the stainless steel retaining screw.
Okay.
So I'm going to put you on 200 yards. where it should be zeroed. I'm going to tighten it down, and then we might have to make calculations. Your eye could be a little different than my eye from shooting it. So what we're going to do, instead of shooting at short range, the beauty of Huskemaw, you can zero at any range. So that target out there at 525 yards, I'm going to dial you to 525. You're going to shoot a 3-shot group. If you're high or low, we might click up or down till you're dead on, and then we'll simply take off the turret and re-zero it at 525 yards.
Oh, perfect.
And now it's zeroed your eye in this atmospheric condition. When you go to California and you're at sea level, you might have to do that again.
Okay.
Let me get you.
Shoot it straight away. Let's just see where she shoots. Your windage was perfect. You marked about 4 inches.
Okay, here goes Shelby shooting the Omen 300 Winchester Mag AR.
Am I?
This thing's a cannon.
You hit the bottom left corner, or bottom right corner.
So what'd you just do, Shelby?
1,000 yards.
1,000 yards?
1,000.
Cool. That's awesome.
Awesome.
Okay, Natalie's shooting 1,000 yards. 300 Win Mag. Huskemaw Optics. Oh, she hits it. Good girl.
Oh, no.
Good
I
girl.
have my camera out on that one. I took the other piece.
So is that 1,000 yards, Nat?
Thank you. What?
How many yards?
1,000.
I'm Shelby Thompson with AFT Customs.
I'm Natalie Jackson with AFT Customs.
And we're here with 3 of these lovely men from the best of the West. And we want to just do a short, fun little candid interview just to talk to them and get to know them a little bit better. What drives your passion in this industry? I know, it's kind of a loaded question, but each of you are very passionate about what you do, and the reason why I'm asking you this is you showed it to me in different ways yesterday and today, just talking and listening to your stories. And you guys have been through a lot, and you've done a lot, and you've seen a lot. You're very passionate about what you do. What drives that?
For me, it'd be hunting. Your success rate as a hunter is way more. You're way more successful, if you ask me. Because you're pinpointing a target. You're not aiming above. You're not taking guesses. Everything's a calculated move, and just the love for firearms again. So.
Yeah.
Gotta love those firearms.
And you're doing something that most people don't get to do. I mean.
Yeah, definitely.
And it really does help to have somebody that can get you into it, and that's part of it. The relationships, the friendships that you build. That's it for me.
Perfect.
It's cool. Well, I love hunting, obviously, and that's probably why we started. That's why we got into this. It certainly does make it easier and improve your chances. And I love that from a selfish standpoint, going hunting and taking an animal, but we go on a lot more hunts and we obviously do a lot more shooting than we take animals ourselves. It's hard to get tags. So we go on a lot of hunts and we take a lot of people, but like we said yesterday at the range, I mean, the coolest part of our job is when you take people out, and like you guys shooting yesterday, you're not really sure, and all of a sudden, it happens.
Yeah.
And it's real.
We're like peeing our pants.
I can myself.
I mean, that's the coolest part, I call it the wow factor. I mean, there's not really, race bikes, badass machines, badass guns, having the best tools for the job, wowing people, getting them to do something that they didn't know they could do, and then I love it when people get it and they do it, and they're like, okay, now they know they can do it, and they're like, so I can pay you money, and I can buy this, and I can do this anytime I want. It's like, yeah, that's pretty darn cool, to have.
Yes, please.
Of course, when you Earl to build them.
Well, that I guess is my passion about it. I've been in the competitive field for a long time, And accuracy is my game. That is what I look for in the products that we put out here, in the things that I've done for years. If I can hand a product to an individual that when he points at something or puts that crosshair on something, that projectile is going to be right there. Not 1% of the time, not 10% of the time, but 100% of the time. Then that makes me happy about it.
How'd you all end up together here at Huskemaw? Because you're originally from Florida, right?
Yeah, my family's from there. They've been there 7 generations since right after the Civil War. I've been in Cody working for Best of the West, going on, it'll be my 9th year coming up, and I've been a resident of Wyoming for 7 years.
Okay.
Awesome.
And are you originally from here, Earl?
No, I came from Tucson, Arizona.
Okay.
I moved up here for a job with the Ballard Rifle Company, building single-shot rifles of the 1800s generation. They moved to Michigan, and then I heard about this place, and it fit in with everything I believed in. Came to work here.
Can you tell us about, I mean, this is your life. This
Yep.
is really your whole life. This is your thing, huh?
You're passionate about it.
Yeah,
Yes,
just a little bit.
Yes, I am.
Yes, I am. I'm not fanatical about it. I don't think that there's nothing else in life, but I do. I love what I do. I love the product I put out. I love the accuracy involved in all of it. Yes, I have shot competitively and have been very lucky to shoot in certain disciplines that have got me on top, but everybody else failed. I just ended up on top. But I love what I do. I absolutely do, and it just to put out a product and like an ornate gun. I built a rifle that sold for $15,000.
Wow.
I've sold rifles for $7,000, $8,000, $10,000, $12,000. So it's a lot of money, but it's worth the time and effort I put into it to make it what someone would appreciate.
Yeah, you're an artist.
And it's unique.
It's your art.
It is. It really is. His name is on what he does.
Yeah. Every gun we put out the door here, we have several gunsmiths in here, and yes, I do. I have done in the past. Not that we're going to be changing a little bit here in the business, but every gun that went out, I put it out as if I was building it for me. No one got a rifle unless I was satisfied with what I wanted them to have.
Sounds like a damn good product to me.
Yeah.
Sold. Sign me up.
So, Lad, how many pairs of camo pants do you own? Because every day I've seen you.
One.
Well, they're reversible. I can switch them out so I can get it.
Is camo your thing?
We use a lot of
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like to just blend it. Are you the blend master? You
It's
jump
pretty-
out and
It's
scare
pretty
people.
hard for me to blend in. Yeah, I wish. Yeah, one thing about Beans Hall, it's cool when you're looking for something, but when
trying to
people are
do
looking
something.
for you, or if people were shooting at me, or could jump in a foxhole a lot faster than me and get low and get small, and it's hard to blend in.
Yeah, I was just saying, it's kind of funny. Yesterday, when we were at Monster Lake, I was like, Lad, for being a big, tall guy, he sure can disappear easy.
Yes, you were just saying that.
Funny.
Really?
That probably hides your work, man.
Daryl, you are a second generation, right? Coming into all this, your daddy kind of helped start the company and everything.
Yep. My dad's the original founder.
Okay, so explain, how is that grow? I mean, you're obviously growing up in this industry, and one day, I mean, you might be taking over. I mean, you have siblings, obviously, too, that are into it. Explain to us what it was like growing up with that, and then having your father, who was the founder of this company. I mean, what does that mean to you?
Well, if now it's fun. Now that you get older, you grow up. When I was younger, I did a lot of work for free. But
Slave labor.
other than that, I mean, as I get older, you get more mature. It really is. You're just blessed. I mean, it's something you get to be involved with hunting. You meet cool people. You meet, my whole life I've got to meet people like Earl, Ladd, you guys. you know, just off and on throughout my whole life. I mean, and that's just something that, you know, I probably never would have got that opportunity if it wasn't for this. So.
And you guys are constantly growing too. I mean, you started out small and you've got a nice, beautiful facility here. You guys are partnering up with great people. But I mean, it seems like you're constantly evolving and growing. Is there, I mean, are you guys looking at just trying to become the biggest manufacturer of scopes, or I mean, what are you guys looking forward to in the future as a company standpoint?
Well, I would say yes. I mean, if we said no, you know, this is our limit, you know, and once we reach that, you just say that's it. I mean, you have to have a goal, you know, and reset your goals as you meet goals, and I mean, eventually we want to be the best, you know.
We have a unique product here too. There's lots of scopes out there that do a lot of things. In fact, they'll all do the same thing. They magnify, and they have crosshairs on them, they adjust. Our scope has some very unique features to it that make it so much simpler for us as trainers to take a person out and say, okay, do this, do that, pull the trigger. They do that, target goes down.
I can contest to that.
It's just simplistic. It's so simplistic, and it's absolutely. When I shot a game called Silhouette, it was paramount that you went from this setting to this setting to this setting to this setting. Oh, well, I got to go back to that setting, but I come oh wait, that setting. Well, it didn't match sometimes. With these scopes, right on the money every single time.
Where's your guys' dream hunt? Like somewhere you haven't been yet, an exotic place, or even here in the United States that you want to go to for your own hunt and time? Where you want to go?
Lots of places, but my number one right now on my bucket list is a big Yukon moose.
Yeah?
Yep.
Cool. So she asked, what's your favorite hunt? My next one. That's where we're going. I love it all. Yeah.
There you go.
And I'm sorry, but I don't hunt.
I love it.
That makes two of us.
Yeah. No, I'm just a competitive shooter. I build a product so that person who does hunt has that advantage. I want it to be absolutely perfect for them. And that's.
It's been so great being here. You guys are an amazing group of people.
Yes.
And just thank you so much for taking the time to.
Definitely. Perfect. Well, like Natalie said, thank you guys very, very much. Once again, we're with the gentleman from Best of the West. We were here out using the Huskemaw scopes, and gentlemen, you guys were absolutely amazing. Thank you. I'm Shelby with AFT Customs.
Natalie.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye. All right, so you guys are all hunters and big game hunters, so I gotta tell you, got Natalie over here, and she's gonna teach you how to call a turkey.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I've been doing this for a long time. It's easy for a turkey to make a turkey call. So you guys have to try it after I do it. Okay? Oh!
Get good.
Shoot her.
Right now.
I think I've heard that before.
All right, so our trip's coming to a close with Huskemaw Optical and Best of the West.
You're gonna make me cry.
I know.
We don't want to go home. What kind of it?
So what kind of a trip did you guys have?
Crazy, fun, out of control, wonderful.
Memorable.
Talk about some of the people you met.
Earl. I met Earl.
And Dan.
Yeah.
And Daryl.
And Lat.
And
Ted.
Ted's a man. And Preston.
oh, little Preston.
And
So-
Chester.
So we had a really good trip. We got to do a lot of things. So you guys will also be able to see it in the video and on Facebook. And this is just kind of the start of one of our new adventures. So over and out.
Over and out. Bye.